are capable of standing up for themselves, making their own decisions, and navigating life's challenges. The desire for a partner who can provide emotional stability and support is far more important than the ability to act as a protector in a traditional sense. In a healthy relationship, both partners should feel empowered to be their authentic selves, without the need to conform to restrictive gender roles that limit their expression. This myth also perpetuates the belief that men are inherently stronger, both physically and emotionally, than women. It suggests that men should not show vulnerability or emotion, as this would undermine their role as protectors. The result is that many men feel the pressure to suppress their true emotions, to put on a facade of strength, and to avoid expressing their fears or insecurities. This emotional repression can have damaging effects on mental health and relationships, creating barriers to authentic communication and emotional intimacy. The myth that women need protection perpetuates these harmful stereotypes, preventing both men and women from experiencing the full spectrum of human emotion in their relationships. The idea that women are only attracted to physical appearance also leads to the dangerous myth that women are shallow or superficial. This narrative suggests that women care only about how their partner looks, with little regard for their personality, values, or character. While physical attraction is certainly a factor in initial attraction, it is far from the most important element of a lasting relationship. Women, like men, want a partner who shares their values, respects them, and can build a meaningful connection that goes beyond the physical. The myth of superficial attraction suggests that women are defined by their physical desires, reducing them to one-dimensional characters with simple tastes. This myth not only harms women by limiting their complexity, but also harms men by creating the pressure to meet unrealistic beauty standards. In reality, women are drawn to men who can communicate openly, who show empathy and understanding, and who are willing to engage with them on a deeper, more meaningful level. A partner's emotional intelligence, kindness, and ability to listen are far more important than their physical appearance. Attraction is a complex interplay of emotions, experiences, and shared values, none of which can be reduced to the superficial standards of beauty that are often touted in the media. The myth of superficial attraction can also create insecurity for both men and women. Women may feel pressured to look a certain way, to conform to beauty standards that are unrealistic and unattainable. Men, in turn, may feel that they must be muscular, tall, and perfectly groomed in order to be worthy of love and affection. This cycle of insecurity can lead to body image issues, anxiety, and dissatisfaction with one's appearance. The myth that physical beauty is the primary driver of attraction creates an environment where both men and women feel that they must meet unattainable standards in order to be considered desirable. This is why it is so important to recognize and challenge these myths. They create unrealistic expectations that prevent people from being their authentic selves, from embracing their true desires and needs in relationships. When people are pressured to conform to these narrow ideals, they lose sight of what truly matters in a partner: kindness, empathy, emotional intelligence, and a shared connection. These qualities are what foster long-lasting, meaningful relationships, and they cannot be reduced to external markers like wealth, height, or appearance. The myths surrounding women's attraction are damaging because they shape our perceptions of love and relationships in ways that are unhealthy and unrealistic. They create an environment where both men and women feel the pressure to conform to standards that are not only false but also harmful. As long as these myths persist, people will continue to feel disconnected from their true desires and from the authentic connections that lead to real love. In breaking free from these myths, we create the opportunity for more genuine and fulfilling relationships. By recognizing that women, like men, want emotional connection, respect, and mutual support, we can shift the focus from superficial traits to the deeper qualities that make a relationship meaningful. When we let go of the dangerous myths about attraction, we open the door to more authentic, lasting love. It is important to reflect on how these misconceptions shape the way we view relationships and love. The myths we've discussed, such as the idea that women are primarily attracted to wealth, bad boys, or physical beauty, are not only harmful to individuals but to society as a whole. They perpetuate stereotypes that limit our understanding of what it means to truly connect with another person. In challenging these myths, we can create a world where relationships are built on authenticity, respect, and emotional depth, rather than on unrealistic standards and superficial desires. One of the most destructive myths that we have yet to tackle is the idea that women's attraction is solely based on emotional or physical manipulation. This myth suggests that women are somehow vulnerable to manipulation, that they can be won over or tricked into attraction through certain behaviors such as playing hard to get or using charm and charisma. The reality, however, is that attraction cannot be coerced or forced. It is a natural, organic process that arises from